everybody, it's me, Casualty Duel, signing in for a new episode of the channel. And here we have our very first, not playthrough, but walkthrough of this game. I've been playing this game a lot, okay? I have this game in two platforms, in my Switch and in my computer, okay? I played this game a lot, so I think I have the authority to tell you what would you like or what would you need to do in order to spend your time leisurely understanding this game. Because I think that the best way to understand this game, as it is right now, it's playing Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. And I know Farfa said that this game is trash. Many other YouTubers said that this game is trash, but when you need to understand this game in a leisurely manner, at your own pace, this is the best way to do it, because you're gonna fight against or duel against NPCs that they are gonna give you time. You're not gonna have time constraints here, and you can actually have a lot of time to implement new strategies or new decks, because all the cards that we use here in this game are going to be also in the real life. You can have here Ash Blossoms, Infinite Impermanence, Effect Veiler, the other hand traps that are not the newest hand traps. Okay, this game is up to 2019, I believe. That's like the 2016. It's almost like what? It's 8 years. This game has been 8 years, but still, I think it still has some relevance in the current game. So, without further ado, guys, let's jump into this walkthrough of the game, shall we? Also, by the way, I'm gonna start doing some solitaire runs on Battle Spirit Saga. I'm really enjoying this game a lot. Sometimes most than current YGO. So, without further ado, let's jump into the deck edit first, okay? So we have here, let's go to an empty one over here, and this is actually a basic structure deck. I do not recommend using this deck. It is really, really not great in order to use this deck. I really don't like this deck at all. Okay. With that being said, if you want like a really difficult challenge in all the eras, this is a really cool deck, and then you can develop this deck in order to be a more competitive deck on the campaign. But I do not like the idea of using this deck at all. If you want to conserve your sanity. So jumping on, the Fusion Structure Deck is actually a pretty cracked deck. It devolves mostly in these two cards: the Ignition Beast Volcannon and Blaze Phoenix the Burning Bombardment Bird. Both of them have an ability that basically it burns your opponent, especially this guy. In the campaign, the game itself has like a banned list, and but in the campaign you can use any card that you want. So the banned list doesn't apply in the campaign. It does apply on online game, which I don't know if it's been supported, but last time that I played online, this game was like 3 years ago, so I don't know if it still works. But in the campaign, you can use any card that you can pull. Okay, you can use 3 Pot of Grids, 3 Rhodes, 3 Grids for Charities, you name it. Okay. With that being said, Blaze Phoenix, the Burning Bombardment Bird, is actually a pretty cracked card, which actually has a soft once per turn effect, which it says that for every card that is on the field, you can burn your opponent for 300 life points for each card. So it's a pretty mean card. You can I think you can you won't have as many problems with this deck throughout dual monsters throughout Sexal. I believe it's a really cracked deck. So if you're a fusion, enthusiast, I recommend this deck as well for fusion decks. The Pendulum Structure Deck. So basically, this Pendulum deck needs some help with the XYZ monsters that you can have at your disposal first. Of course, Pendulum work in unison with the Link monsters, which there are some in the Monster Duel era, especially on the Grandpa Muto pack. We're going to talk about the starter packs for each era, by the way, so stay tuned. Mainly, what you're going to have here is a lot of level 4 monsters that you will spam out with your Pendulum monsters. And make no mistake, you can actually find those Pendulum monsters very easily. You have cards like Blue Dragon Summoner, which when it goes to the graveyard, you can search for one normal warrior, dragon, or spellcaster monster from your deck and put it in your hand. And voila, all your Pendulum monsters are actually normal Pendulum monsters. You have cards like Reinforcement of the Army, which you can search for Flash Knight and stuff like that. So it's a really nice starting point for the Pendulum decks. But if you choose this card and you want to upgrade this Pendulum deck, I recommend go straight to the Arc V section or Arc V era instead of going from Duel monsters, because there are not many Pendulum monsters in that specifically era, especially in Monster Duel. I think in Duel monsters, I think you'll have like 3-4 monsters over there. I would recommend to go, into older eras. So you stick with the Arc V, and then you can, when you have a really nice Pendulum deck, you can just go through the older eras. With that being said, this is a really nice deck to play, but keep in mind that you might need some Link monsters and some XYZ monsters in order to play this deck correctly. Moving on, we have the starter deck again. The Synchro, God damn it. The Synchro Structure Deck is actually pretty cracked. You have some cards like Blood Mephist, which can also burn your opponent, but also it goes for a more aggro option with Celestial Wolf Lord Blue Series, and also Scrap Archfiend, which are really powerful monsters, especially Celestial Wolf Lord that has an effect when it gets destroyed, sent to the graveyard. You can target one of your opponent's monsters and it loses 2400 attack points. So it's actually a pretty cool card in order to diminish the attack of your opponent monsters, and then just go for attacks. It's pretty cool. But if you're going for the Synchro, for the Synchro era, I recommend go to the 5Ds era, because you're gonna have a lot of Synchro support over there. What else? We also have the XYZ Structure Deck. This actually is one of my favorite structure decks. It has a lot of level 4 and 3 monsters, so you can go for level 3 and for rank 3 and rank 4 XYZ monsters. It's pretty challenging, but also at the same time it's very fun to play. You're gonna have to have a lot of cards like Mirror Force as well. You might have to tweak a little bit the main deck, but usually it's using all the XYZ monsters that you have at your disposal, in your trunk. So I would recommend to go to the basically to the Sexal era for more support cards. Now, we talked about the structure decks, and now we also are going to talk about the cards that we need, we're going to talk about the eras that are gonna be present. So if we go over here in single player, which is the campaign, you have the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX 5D Sexual Archive and V-Rains. I recommend to go first, in these first 4. The Archive and V-Rains are actually the most challenging and the lengthiest one. You see, in these first 2, the means to get to the other packs is by dueling. So every 3 to 4 duels, you are going to get the next pack. So you get the Grandpa Muto pack in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Era. Then you got the My Valentine's pack after that one. Then you get the Bakura pack. Then you get the Joyce pack, Kaiba pack, and then the Yugi pack. And as I said, you're gonna have to do like 3 to 4 times in order to get to the next pack, and it's gonna be like that for the GX, 5Ds, and Sexual. It's pretty easy to get the packs, the entire packs on these first 4 eras. But in Arc-V and V-Rains, you might have to play 10 to 15 duels before to get to the next pack. So it's gonna be super lengthiest to get to the other packs. So that's why I recommend to get to these 4 packs first, to go to these 4 eras first before go for the pendulums or link monsters. But if you want to go to the link monsters, the first pack here is actually pretty correct. So let's talk about the starter packs. So the starter packs are the first pack that you're gonna begin the era of each campaign. So in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Era, you get the starter pack of the Grandpa Muto. Grandpa Muto has a lot of cool cards and most of the forbidden cards as well. Also, you get one archetype, which is the Jesus Christ. Everybody, silence. What I was saying? Oh yeah, you're gonna get just one archetype, which is the archetype of the how it's called, the ones for the Gravekeepers. But also you're gonna get the Exodia cards and support cards like Raigeki, Dark Hole, Mirror Force, all this good stuff. In order to destroy every motherfucker from the first era. You're gonna rely a lot of trap cards because this era and GX era are gonna rely a lot on trap cards like Mirror Force. Trust me, it's gonna get super annoying at first. So keep your MSTs at hand. What else? That's pretty much it for the Grandpa Muto deck. Also the starters for the Link monsters as well, like all those reprints from I forgot those Link 2 monsters. You're gonna see later if you open those packs. Following the GX era, Alexis Rhodes is a starter pack, and it has a lot of cool cards, like the Necros archetype is over there. What else? Other ritual. Which one is the other ritual monsters? The Cyber Angels cards are over there, and I think two more archetypes. I can't remember, but the one that sticks the most is the Necros cards, of course, which are pretty cracked. The Necros can pretty much, stand on its own. When you have a lot of, when you have good cards as well. You can run 3 Pot of Greats and 3 Rhodes in this deck as well, and you can find your Necros of I can't remember his name, but you can use that monster that it can serve for any other ritual requirements. So the Necros is very, very cracked. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds I think is the most cracked of all the starter packs after V-Rains. I'm going to talk about later. Mainly because you have the 6 Samurais cards. So the 6 Samurais cards have the Synchro monster called the legendary 6 Samurai Shi-En, which it's a quick effect spell and trap negate. and it's a soft once per turn, so you can summon 3 of those motherfuckers, and you can actually let your opponent not play any card. You're gonna have cards like Effect Veiler and Infinite Impermanence for effect of monsters. So that with that alone, this crack is packed. Of course, Effect Veiler is on the Yusei's pack, which is the latest one in 5Ds, and Impermanence is on Bastian Misawa's pack in GX. So you're gonna have some you're gonna have some grinding over there. In the Sexal, I can't remember what the heck was here. I can't remember the cards that were here, but they weren't that good. But it's good for challenging decks as well. I can tell you that. The starter pack from Arc V is one of my favorite, actually. The starter pack is how would you call this guy? You just friend. I can't remember his name, but it is devolves mainly into synchro monsters with pendulum cards. So you have the Speed Rhodes over there. So it's one of my favorite decks. Speed Rhodes. You have the heavy samurais over there. The X Sabers, the Crystron cards, and one more that I can't remember. What other archetype that I can't remember? But it's super cracked. I can vouch for it. That is a very, very fun starter deck to grind. And then we have the Yu-Gi-Oh! V-Rains, which is the Playmaker starter pack. And you have cards. You actually have the starter cards for other archetypes. So you have the Rocket Monster, which is one of my favorite archetypes ever. You also have the Trickstar cards. All the World Chalice to World Legacy to Orcust to Crawlers to the entirety of that freaking like lore. It's over here as well, and the starter cards for the Salamangreats. So you have a lot of cool cards in the V-Range. It might be the most powerful starter pack after or before 5Ds. I can tell you that. So there are no barriers in order to choose which era to go. So you can go willy-nilly and go first in the V-Range, and then I go to Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I go to Sexal, then I go to GX. It's super fun because the main thing of this game is that you get familiarized with the cards. So with that being said, which deck would you like to play? There's a plethora of decks that you can play. You just need to get to that pack and then grind in order to get that deck. And when you get that deck, you can go willy-nilly in the campaign. So without further ado, we are 20 minutes in, and oh my gosh, we barely scrapped it. We haven't even played yet. So I'm gonna pause the video, and then I'm gonna make a transition and go in which deck first I would like to play. So wait for me a little bit. So I make this little wheel of cards, and it's gonna show us the first structure deck that we're gonna choose, that we're gonna play, and we're gonna develop in our first starter pack. When you get to the starter pack, we're gonna go to all the other eras from the oldest to newest. So we got here the Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, Pendulum, and Link. And it's gonna be by discarding it. So the first one goes down to water, then the second one, then the third one, the fourth, fifth, until we get to the very last. So let's see which one's going to be the first one to be discarded. Oh fuck! Okay, really wanted my Link monsters to to go first, but okay. I guess Link is removed. So this doesn't mean that I can't use Link monsters. It's that the Link summoning won't be my first mechanic. So let's go to the second one. Oh, no more pendulums as well. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Okay. Oh, no more fusion as well. Ah, it's gonna be hard because fusion is basically the one that is most supported. Okay. This looks very iffy. No, but me. Ah, fuck. Okay. Okay. Wow. We're playing ritual monsters, guys. Wow. Okay. So this is gonna be for the first time. It's gonna be for the first era. I run already Necros in my first walkthrough, my first playthrough of this game. But we also have other cards. We have the Black Luster Soldier, which is pretty ritual focused as well. It's gonna be cool. It's going to be cool. But the problem is that we don't have enough cards right now to make a ritual deck. So what we need to do is use the basic structure deck and get to the Yugi's structure deck, Yugi's pack, in order to get the Black Luster Soldier ritual. It's gonna be fucking hard, but we are going to do that. So without further ado, guys, let's get going into the Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright, we are ready to go to Yu-Gi-Oh. So first, we're gonna start with a tutorial of. It's they can go very fast in this one, but it's kind of tedious to go through. You have one for each other eras, by the way. In GX you have Fusion. In Favorites, of course, you have Synchro. You have XYZ, have Pendulum, and Links as well on the other last two. So it's kind of tedious. I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of tedious. Yay! Then we go end phase. We. Going to battle face. Ninkendog. Alright. Alright. Turn one monster's gonna be Ninkendog, why not? We got Gravity Crush Dragon. Use the effect. Buy this card and bye bye. Now you play this card. Okay. Start a battle phase. Dragon dueling in the cave. And we finish this with a perfect score of 8,000 life points. And yeah, there it goes. So the heart of the cards. I hate it. Sometimes it happens that it's a huge ass block of whatever it is. So that afternoon, escape. Let's go to the user deck. Let's go, but our starter deck. Our starter deck, of course, is the basic starter deck, but kind of improvised, whatever, or improved, better say. Yeah, Miyuki, yeah. So I improved this deck. I put some Mirror Forces and Michisaurus in order to, you know, get more cards in order to destroy my opponent's monster. Sure. Great, Angus. So I think the best thing to do right now is going in the defense. I don't have a structure. I don't have an extra deck, so this is gonna be super hard. And they're fucking monsters. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard. Crash Card Virus. Ouch. No, thank you. Okay. And Dust Tornado. So this Dust Tornado. Then we go for discard face down. Fuck! It's a long way. Oh my gosh, this guy gives fucking pot of greed. Oh, I forgot. Help options, settings, auto skip effect out, default pro. A simple pro. Okay. All right. Just yeah, I know. Negate effect. Okay, I mean negate attack. That's fine. Yakko Gear Panda. Yakko Gear Panda. Okay. Ho 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 la. Okay. Ninkendo is a really nice card. If I had fucking XYZ summons. Okay, anyway. Let's go with Yakko Gear Panda again. Oh, jeez. Guinea of the Lump. Haha, stupid. You're stupid. Stupid. Okay. Shard of Greed will do just fine. I'm gonna use Fisher. There we go. Standby phase and you get destroyed and you get 1800 points. That's freaking cool. Christmas came early. Mechanical Chaser. Okay. I knew it. Okay. Wow. Okay. Shard of Greed. Not bad at all. Let's go. Breaker the Magical Warrior. Alright, Ninkendog. Yakko Gear Panda. Mechanical Chaser. And Dueling the Cave. Alright. As you can see, we got some cards that we could actually use, like Negate Effect. The other card as well. Shadow Spell. You got a Blue as White Dragon that we will never use. The Ultimate Great Moth. And it's getting super long. I need to edit these anyway. So this is gonna be our main walkthrough. I'm gonna walk through all the other eras as well, and with other cards, with other decks. When this era finally finalizes, we're gonna do the wheel again, just without the ritual. So because we're not gonna get like a ritual and ritual. So it's gonna be like a nice experience and very challenging, but it's gonna be like a walkthrough. I'm gonna walk through it, so you can be prepared with this game. You know, in the others and the other so you can do it. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Click like, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.